Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain standing for our prayer this afternoon, done by Corporate Communications Officer, Zaria Burton.
Good afternoon, everyone. I invite you to close your eyes and bow your heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today. I ask that you grant travel mercies for those still on their way, that they may arrive safely. As we begin this media launch, we dedicate this time to you. We ask that you intercede and grant us the wisdom and support needed to make this media launch and the 2022 National Youth Awards a success. Bless the presenters, attendees, media personnel, the committee, and staff who made this event possible, and give us all the renewed strength and godly courage to fulfill our duties as we positively impact the lives of young persons in Trinidad and Tobago. We ask this in your precious name. Amen.
Good afternoon. You may have your seats. The Honorable Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth, Development and National Service.
Mr. Farouk Hussein, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service.
The Honorable Adrian Leons, Minister in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development.
Ms. Cheryl Solomon, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service.
Mr. Anthony Garcia, Chairman, Planning Committee for National Youth Awards 2022.
Members of the Planning Committee for National Youth Awards 2022.
Specially invited guests.
Members of the media.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to each and every one of you all. My name is Hans Devines. I have the honor of co-hosting alongside Janine.
Yes, my friends, Janine Edwards here, and I'm very, very excited because I was all part of Youth Awards 2021, so I'm very excited to be here for 2022.
Now, Youth Awards is such an important part of Trinidad and Tobago because we really celebrate the young people of Trinidad and Tobago and their greatness. As we know, our people are our greatest asset. So once again, we want to thank the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service for doing this initiative. And I think that deserves a hearty round of applause.
And you know, last year, one of the things that actually blew me away, I was so inspired because this young lady, only 17 years old, but she received 4 out of the 6 national awards that she was awarded, you know, and I was like, whoa, I could not even imagine being 17 and having all that determination and all that strategy and discipline already in a gear, you know. So congratulations going out to Renaya Swan. She's here today, and you'll hear all about her experience in a short while.
Indeed. Now, to give an overview of the National Youth Awards, we want to welcome Acting Youth Officer 3, Ms. Sherry-Ann Ramlal. Please put your hands together as we welcome her to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Honorable Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth Development and National Service. The Honorable Adrian Leons, Minister in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. Mr. Farouk Hussein, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. Ms. Cheryl Solomon, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. Mr. Anthony Garcia, Chairman, Planning Committee for the National Youth Awards 2022. Members of the Planning Committee for National Youth Awards 2022. Specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. The Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, affectionately called MyDNS, was specially established in the year 2020 with the primary focus to advocate the youth development agenda and to promote national service throughout Trinidad and Tobago. The new National Youth Policy 2020 to 2025 defines youth as persons between the ages of 10 to 35 As such, the ministry's mandate is geared towards the holistic development and empowerment of our nation's youth by placing focus on key strategic areas. The National Youth Awards is a significant initiative of the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and is fully endorsed by various regional and international youth organizations, the Commonwealth Youth Program, CARICOM, and the United Nations. My DNS is charged with the responsibility of identifying, promoting, and rewarding young people for pursuing excellence and for their contributions to sustainable national development. The ministry subscribes to the asset-based approach to youth development. The asset-based model advocates on building upon and highlighting young people's assets towards promoting positive youth development. In this regard, the National Youth Awards was inaugurated to commemorate the celebration of International Youth Day with the aim of bringing recognition to youth excellence. This year will commemorate 26 years of the award celebration and validation of the outstanding young men and women of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The aim is to recognize exemplary youth achievement in various spheres while motivating others to strive for excellence and highlighting the commitment of the ministry towards youth empowerment and development. Given today's vibrant generation of young people who have the power to transform our country, we must strive to empower, support, and reward their outstanding performances. Our commitment to youth excellence is grounded on the belief that every youth has unique potential and should be recognized for their achievements. My DNS also acknowledges that the contributions made by young persons in Trinidad and Tobago should not go unnoticed and wishes to highlight these contributions as a means of positive reinforcement and reiteration of our investment into their personal, national, and global development. On the other hand, youth honored during this award ceremony must be cognizant that these awards are not only the ministry's way of rewarding the achievements of youth, but also to serve as an inspiration to maintain the valuable work that they have already done and to renew their commitment and vigor. It also serves to provide inspiration to other young persons to excel in their chosen field of endeavor. The main objectives of this premier event are to identify and significantly engage and validate youth, as well as youth-led, youth-serving organizations and their contributions to national development. In addition to showcasing the achievements of young people and the significance of youth development work towards national development via an awards and recognition ceremony. It's also to recognize and show support for youth in their drive to achieve excellence and encourage other young persons to strive for excellence. The private sector also plays an important role for their valuable contribution to youth development work in Trinidad and Tobago. According to the National Youth Policy, a youth in Trinidad and Tobago is defined chronologically as someone between the ages of 10 to 35. The nomination categories for the National Youth Awards 2022 will be separated into two age groups, 10 to 17 and 18 to 35, in accordance with international best practices. This will allow for a clear division between youth who are 18 and those who are 18 and over, allowing for parity in recognition based on developmental age. Nominations will be invited in 14 individual categories of champions, in addition to group categories. As we embark on this exciting journey of National Youth Awards 2022, we look forward with enthusiasm to your engagement and participation and awarding you, our youth, Our youth, champions of excellence. I thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Sherianne Ramlal, Youth Officer 3, for that wonderful, wonderful opening.
Now, a lot of things highlighted there, really giving the credit to exemplary youth. We need to understand how important that is, because it's so easy to say so many negative things about young people of Trinidad and Tobago. We see it.
Yes.
It's easy. 16-year-old gets murdered, makes the front page, but a 16-year-old or 17-year-old winning a youth award may not make the front page. But we're here to change that today.
Most
That's what it's
definitely.
about. It's about really awarding the exemplary youth for their great contributions to our country. And we're not just looking at one big category, 10 to 17, those who are not yet considered adults, and then 18 to 35, those that are considered young adults. So very clear categories, and we applaud the ministry for putting so much thought into the Youth Awards for 2022. And I think our Honorable Minister deserves a round of applause, and the members and staff of the ministry.
For making it possible. It really is a life-changing experience, I would imagine, to be someone that receives an award. What a high esteem and honor. And once again, it's a great initiative from the Ministry of Youth. Thank you so much for putting this on. So we move swiftly along with the recap of what took place last year, the 2021 National Youth Awards, and I was part of the Youth Awards.
What was that experience like, Jadine?
For me, it was thrilling. It was an honor to be part of the experience, and it opened up my eyes because I had no idea, first of all, must be honest, I had no idea that it existed, that we had National Youth Awards. As we all know in Trinidad, the negative news always makes the headlines, positive news falls behind. So it was wonderful to be part of such a great experience and to gain inspiration and motivation from persons that were younger than 18, because the National Youth winner, Renaya Swan, she received 4 out of the 6 awards that she was nominated for, and she was only 17 years old. And me standing on the podium, I was like, wow, I need to achieve way more, and I felt a lot of motivation there. So that's just one example of the experience from 2021. So here's a little recap, guys, a little video presentation for the Youth Awards, the National Youth Awards for 2021. The winner is Renaya Swan.
Congratulations to Renaya Swan.
In the age group 18 to 35.
The winner is Hannah Daniel.
And congratulations going out to the winner, Hannah Daniel.
The winner is Stephon Feldman.
Congratulations to the winner and all other nominees in this category.
I descended from Moko. I see evil from afar. I was blinded by my ego, but no, it ain't that hard. My papa showed me who my friends were. My mama taught me how to fight. Cross some other loving West Indian. I make you run, make you run, make you. I descended from Moko.
And the winner is I Believe in Success Foundation.
Congratulations to the winners and all other nominees in this category. The winner is Deja Edwards. The winner is Kyle Goals.
The winner is Chelsea Winter.
Congratulations to the winner, Chelsea Winter, and all other nominees in this category.
Have to believe and stay true to who we are. Forget you up and down America and bring back our culture. For we are truly a great nation. All we have to do is work together and keep Trinidad and Tobago our blessed land.
Thank you. We are Lujo and the Gifted. Trinidad and Tobago, we love you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Fantastic experience from 2021, right?
Yes, indeed. And listen, fireworks as we near our 60th, our Diamond Jubilee of Independence. And listen, the celebration of our young people, so important and so heartwarming at this point in time.
You know what, I've tried to remind myself that we are celebrating 60 years of independence, which means we're relatively very young. We're a very young nation, which means that what we are doing here, we are pioneers. We are changing what is to be. And our names, depending on the good or the bad, our names will live on. So I just say to Ranaya, who is inspiring me, to Hans, who's beside me right now, we're pioneers and celebrating 60 years of independence. We just got started, you know?
Yeah, let's hear a round of applause for Trinidad and Tobago, our wonderful country. Well, we speak a lot about inspiration today. So this young lady, she's truly an inspiration to all of us, and she's here to share in her experience.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our awardee experience, Miss Ranaya Swan, 2021 awardee.
The Honorable Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth Development and National Service. The Honorable Adrian Lyons, Minister in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. Mr. Farouk Hussein, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. Ms. Sherilyn Solomon, Deputy Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. Mr. Anthony Garcia, Chairman, Planning Committee for National Youth Awards 2022. Members of the Planning Committee for National Youth Awards 2022. Specially invited guests, members of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, it is a privilege to be standing here at the National Youth Awards 2022 media launch. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ranaya Swan, and I was the recipient of 4 National Youth Awards last year. I am 18 years old and will begin Unit 2 this coming September at Bishop Annesley Trinity College East Sixth Form. I come from humble beginnings, a small community called Kandahar in East Trinidad. Without God, I would not be where I am right now. Eric Thomas once said, "All roads that lead to success have to pass through Hard Work Boulevard at some point." The climax came with those youth awards, but getting there wasn't easy and certainly wasn't a stroll in the park. You would realize that I'm not a shy person and that occasionally I may be passionate if you know me personally. I didn't let that go to waste. Therefore, I use spoken word and poetry to express myself. I perform at my church plays as well. I applied to the Child Rights Ambassadors Program in Gender and Child Affairs when I was 16 years old, and I ended up winning 3 prizes. Since then, I developed the habit of coming home with more than one prize. I created my social media page on Instagram. Your mother know about child labor? If you don't know what I'm speaking about, head over to my page at Renaya Talks Rights for a good laugh. Trust me, it will be worth it. I also served on a National Child Policy Child Subcommittee while participating in this program. I also represented our beautiful country as a child and adolescent correspondent. I can go on and on about my media appearances and my other endeavors. I can recall my experience like if it was yesterday. 7 persons thought that I deserved to win a National Youth Award and nominated me. I received the call I anticipated on September 11th, 2021, informing me that I have been shortlisted for one award. I doubt I'll ever be able to adequately express the feelings rushing through my entire body. Even though I stated one, I didn't make a mistake. I was so well prepared for the interview that I not only looked the part, but was also equipped to play it. Up until I entered the room where the interviews were being conducted, I was informed that I was selected for 3 additional categories. Okay, no big deal. They then returned and informed me that I had been shortlisted for 2 other categories. Renaya, take a deep breath. Everything will be okay. I was able to successfully complete the interviews for all 6 nominations after I gathered my nerves after all the tears. Education Award, Positive Youth Development Influencer, Youth Activism Service Award, and Positive Youth Message through Film changed my life significantly. I still feel my hands trembling as I received the awards from the Honorable Minister and Permanent Secretary. Just last Saturday, a girl approached me and said she admires me and the work I do. Everywhere I go, people stare at me. I will be like, Mommy, why are they staring? There's something wrong with me? But I am getting there, guys. Hey, or Healthy Environmentally Friendly Youth is situated in Barbados, and I recently joined their team as an ambassador. In that group, I also serve as a parliamentarian, and very soon you will be hearing my upcoming surprises. Anyone out there who is aware of a young person making a positive difference in their school or community, please nominate them and let the young person know that their efforts are being appreciated. I experienced that when I read the emails announcing my nomination. The National Youth Awards inspire young people to keep making a difference or to start to make a difference. By doing this, we can take one abused person off the streets, one murderer off the hook, and one weapon off the market. Let's unite to restore TNT to its former glory. My life was changed by the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, or my DNS. We would likely run out of trees if I can put my gratitude to them in writing. Thank you to my mother, my family, each of the 7 persons who nominated me, this ministry as a whole, everyone who impacted my life significantly, and everyone who participated in the selection process and made sure I received what I deserve. When I earned those 4 awards, I made a pledge to Trinidad and Tobago, as well as to myself, that anything I do, I will benefit our country. Thank you for being an attentive audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ranaya Swan, make some noise for Ranaya. I like to joke at Ranaya and I like to tell her, hey, I am so happy I met you before you became the next prime minister, before you become the next doctor, the next surgeon of this country. I think it was such a fantastic initiative. My DNS, I'm thanking you on behalf of Ranaya and all the wonderful people that won those awards. So I thank you. So make some noise for my DNS team.
Renaya, anything I will do to benefit my country. I really appreciated that in his speech. And we're now about to bring a man that feels that way about country as well. Please put your hands together for the Honorable Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth Development and National Service, to bring his remarks.
Thank you very much to our hosts. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to welcome our stakeholders from the media who are here. I know how much they love me, and the love is mutual. You look at this smile, look at the smiles. Take a look at the back here. They do love me. This event of the National Youth Awards is something that we need to all participate in, because somebody said earlier that we do not as a country sufficiently acknowledge the work of those persons who are determined to be model citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. Don't you feel robbed as a citizen when you go out and beyond the call of duty to do good for yourself and others, and to prioritize the development of Trinidad and Tobago, and then the front page is the man who robbed the bank? And for those of you who excel at academia, not me, I was never too bright in school, and you top the class, and you get first-class honors, and you did a double major, then you go back and you do your master's, and before 30, you are a PhD. And then the front page is the fellow who shot 2 persons in his community. The news, and I'm not only speaking about the traditional media, you know. I'm speaking about those self-appointed media persons in social media who promote as they must the ills, unfortunately, that we have in this society. But Trinidad and Tobago is a place that has many good stories to tell, particularly among our youth population. I was at the Agri-Forum put on by the government of Trinidad and Tobago in conjunction with CARICOM over the weekend. And you would be amazed at the amount of youth talent that exists in this country. I learned things for the first time. I saw fruits that I did not know existed. As a matter of fact, I bought some, I took it home because they told me it was good to add to fresh salad. I can't remember the name of the fruit, but I eat it. I have been eating it for the last 2 or 3 days. It tastes very good. But I hope to remember the name sometime soon. We have an abundance of talent in this country. In the light manufacturing sector, in terms of our performers. I mean, we held a function at another location some weeks ago for influencers and young people of talent in this country. And you would be amazed. There's one in the back there, goes by the name of Ding Dong. Just bursting with talent. Look at these young persons who are just doing our master of ceremonies this evening. They could be at the Grammys. Full talent in Trinidad and Tobago. And the National Youth Awards is geared towards showcasing that talent. In my own constituency that I represent, as I move through the streets interacting with my constituents, you know, they would say, they have this way of referring to me, Father. You heard that before? That's how they will refer to me, and then they will go into all that they would like to do. So much of talent just stored up inside, and they want a way to express that talent. What have we been doing as a government? We have determined that we will create safe spaces throughout all of these communities so that the young people who are serious about development will have a space where they can hone in on those skills and develop them so that they can become entrepreneurs, they can become successful individuals, go into their own business, employ people, and therefore we have a positive development throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And so the youth camps, we are going to reopen all the youth camps. The work has already started. Presto, Presto, Chatham, Chagaramas, Wallerfield, Tobago. I'm missing one, but we're going to reopen all the youth camps. El Dorado for the girls. How could I miss that? And then in terms of youth development, those are residential facilities. In terms of non-residential facilities, we are going to open a suite of non-residential facilities throughout the country. So if you live in Belmont, or you live in Bacadere, or you live in Enterprise, and you want to access vocational training, and you are unable to travel to other communities where it exists, within your own community, those facilities will exist for you. We are very serious about youth development in Trinidad and Tobago. Only less than 2 weeks ago, the cabinet approved the National Service Program of Trinidad and Tobago. And that is going to make a significant impact on our youth and their pride and the way they view their country and how they work towards the development of their country. As you travel, as many of you have, you go to countries and you land at the airport and people are so proud about their country. We are going to afford that opportunity to our citizens, our young citizens. So at Palo Seco, we have determined that we will convert the beach camp into a national service complex. We are going to do the same thing at Mausika. And so young persons who want to get into that program will have the opportunity to do so. And we are not going to make or repeat the mistakes of the past. Very soon the Parliament will debate legislation for the creation of a National Youth Development Agency of Trinidad and Tobago. And that will be the umbrella body that will manage, under a new management model, all of these facilities. So as we meet today to launch this, to have this media launch for the National Youth Awards, there is good prospect for our young people in Trinidad and Tobago. Recently, I attended the Entrepreneurship Awards of NEDCO, and young people again dominated the awards. There was one young lady who operated a tire shop in Morva. I was so impressed. I've never gone to a tire shop and had a young lady attend to fixing my tire. And she just stood out. There's a young man recently graduated as a doctor from South Trinidad, and he has opened a clinic dealing with persons with kidney ailments. And so that is the type of young person we want to encourage and motivate in Trinidad and Tobago. So Mr. Garcia and his team, and Ms. Ramlan and her team from Youth Development Division, I want to wish you all the best in putting together this significant, I was looking at your Y. Is it the Y? Quite an impressive Y. My penmanship teacher back in primary school would have given me an A for coming up with a Y like that. So we want to encourage you as we launch the 26th edition of the National Youth Awards, which, unlike last year, will be held face-to-face in person. And we, of course, would want to, we're quite excited to meet and greet all our youth champions and to acknowledge their achievements, because as I said, we have a lot of young persons full of talent in this country, particularly in our cultural sector, the arts, I attended a function at San Fernando put on by Young Regrello, and performer after performer coming on the stage, young, bright, excellent talent. And this would be a medium where we will be able to celebrate the achievements of our young people. Ladies and gentlemen, as this Youth Awards is fast approaching, by tonight we'll open nominations, and we want to encourage you to, within your community, you must know who are the young people that stand out. In each community, you will know this person has gone beyond the call of duty. This is a young person. And therefore, visit our website, visit our Instagram page. Our website is www.mydns.gov.tt, and make your nominations. And you can be assured that the committee will give due consideration to your nominations. And when we come back for the actual presentation of these awards, we'll have some of the best talent to showcase to the world, because Trinidad and Tobago is indeed a talented place. So I want to invite all our stakeholders, particularly the private sector. As we launch these programs, the government cannot do it alone. We invite you to partner with us as we move towards introducing programs for the development of the young people of Trinidad and Tobago. We want to move some of those young people who would usually be transported in that fancy vehicle with police guard shooting down the highway, from that reality to a reality where they become productive citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We want to move into the schools and assist those young persons who may be having challenges to realize their fullest potential. We want to take those graduates who have done so well and channel them into areas of entrepreneurship and job creation. And with your support, each and every citizen, the business community, the public servants who have the responsibility, and our young and successful, talented persons who have done best for themselves before, we will hold your hand, hold our hands, and let us do it together. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Honorable Foster Cummings.
Now, my DNS is up to so much at this point in time. We just came off of Youth Week with so many fantastic programs for the young people of Trinidad and Tobago. And another one that we want to mention today, in commemoration of Trinidad and Tobago's Diamond Jubilee 60th Independence Anniversary, the ministry proposes to host Ubuntu. Now, this is to pay tribute to our local Calypso icons. Now, participants are required to choose a song from a list of 20 songs, record a video of themselves performing the selected song, and post to social media embodying the spirit of Ubuntu and showcasing the theme, I am because we are.
And as the young contestants pay tribute to our Calypso legends from 1962 onward, ultimately bridging a generational gap, Ubuntu will provide young persons with the opportunity to express their talents while connecting with the history and culture. Now, this is a fantastic initiative. I saw
Definitely is.
I mean, I follow the MyDNS page, so I saw it trending on social media, and I said, wait, no, boy, I can't enter. I saw age limited 25. I said, oopsie, I cannot sing the cover. I was a little disappointed there, but I know that there are other programs for me. So we encourage you guys to go on. I mean, this is happening from August 14th to September the 11th. So you have the opportunity. We have two categories as well. As they mentioned, we have the 12 to 17 category, and then we have the 18 to 25 category. All right, so I love it. It's pretty simple. You choose your cover, your Calypso cover, and you sing it over. You post it to social media, and the person with the most likes wins.
That could be you. So we encourage you to encourage the young people that you all know to participate in this Ubuntu initiative, but we also encourage you to nominate them, vote them, get them to be Youth Award nominees and potentially winners, because we have so many young people that are winners that we don't necessarily give that credit to.
Correct.
So let's give some credit to a young person who is doing the right thing and making
on
great
international
strides.
stages, representing the red, white, and black. He does a fantastic job. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for the one, the only Viking Ding Dong.
From the time I touch, 1 gal, 10 gal, not enough. Trini love the party. We go pay, we love it when it's free. Good food and drinks in a cooler.
Put the party on my shoulder, cause we outside. Why you watching me so strange? Are too loud? No vibes, yeah, yeah. I feel I will come down. Yeah, a little too high for me. And I will just walk through the crowd. Shouts to everyone who here. Just a little entertainment. There we go, there we go, there we go. Watch me good. We knock about, we knock a bottle. We knock a bottle. Touch dance, cause trouble. Things nice when the girl them bubbling. We knock about, we knock a bottle. You see, I get close to you. You walk close to you. Let we go now. Dirty bad mind don't like we on the road, you know. You can't be, when I'm singing, don't go on your phone. Look at me. Hey, party, let me party. Backstage general. Party don't stop, can't sober. Oh, oh Lord. Fet mash up. No start drink and I must catch up. Look my girl, boy. Welcome. Oh Lord, Trini love the party. We in pay, but we love it when it's free. Oh good, I seen all those coming out. Oh gosh, cause we outside. Yeah, no vibes, yeah, yeah. Cause we outside. A little shake, man. A little shake, nothing too big. Don't act too corporate. Watch me good. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ride it, ride it. Touchdowns. Yeah, but the vibe's nice. It really lighten up. Somebody say, yeah, yeah. Right. I'll say this year, I'll get a little more appropriate songs for these types of forum. So, we still in 2022, so 2023, look out for some better content. So, all they wouldn't watch me like, but we come out with those vibes. You understand? So, 2023, we doing fine? All right. 2023 will be a little better in terms of the content. Right. Right. I know they're watching many back there like, what? One song? You ready for me? Well, this is one of my contributions to 2023. The Mecca of all carnivals. Hey, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of rum. Add some girl and the place shut down. Right now I'm feeling to have some fun. Jam up on somebody. Yeah, yeah. Hey, we are feeling, we need for a good fete. We are Roman woman, we need for a good fete. We are plenty bacchanal, hate to see people stressing. When you see I lose it, hey, it's for the love of carnival. I want to take a look at the video as well, because I did this particular video at the Island Pool, so I showcased Tobago carnival and everything, so I'll take some kudos for that front page, everything. All right. When the spirit free, it's going to be hot sun from. I can't miss this carnival. Freedom, do what you want. This feeling phenomenal. It's madness everywhere. Just call my name and I'll be there. Hands up in the air. I'm coming to change the atmosphere. Somebody say yeah, yeah. Thank you.
I mean, you really have to love him because he is who he is, right? You all give it up for Viking Ding Dong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Viking Ding Dong. That was enjoyable, to say the least.
Yes. So, remember, September 25th, it is National Youth Awards 2022. The website is open right now. You can nominate as of midnight tonight. Okay.
All right. And
finally get to say it on a mic. As of midnight tonight, the website is open. Nominate, and we look forward to the nominees and the eventual winners. Now, we're getting ready to wrap up. We do have light refreshments in the
Yes.
room, but we also have the minister and members of the committees here that you can ask questions to get further clarity on the National Youth Awards for 2022.
And of course, guys, feel free to go on to the website at mydns@gov.tt, all right? And you can register, of course, for Ubuntu. It's going to be something special, and I can't wait to see you all at the National Youth Awards 2022. Yeah? Yeah?
So once again, a reminder, September 25th, National Youth Awards 2022, and we're going to be
Right
right,
back
here
here
in Hyatt.
at
Because
Hyatt.
listen, the young people of Trinidad and Tobago deserve the best, and that is what Youth Awards is about. So I want to say thank you for being an attentive audience once again. The minister and members of the committee are available for media interviews, and we do have light refreshments. My name is Hans Devines.
And of course, my name is Junine, and as always, peace, love, and cupcakes. You all have a blessed one.